Thank you for the time. So first of all, congratulations, Nifaila, for having your proposal presented today. First of
Thank you.
all, there are there are some points that I want to clarify here. As you may need to consider some of the focus that somehow still blurry, in my opinion. First of all, related to the title, Reservist English Teachers Image of ELT Teachers Initiatives that can assist, here you mistype, that can assist the PSET develop, that can assist the PSET develop the professionalism. So what is the focus of your study here?
Focus is
Hello?
yes, sir.
What is the focus? Sorry.
The focus is develop the professionalism, sir, on
Okay.
pre-service English teachers.
Yeah. Uh, I should be able to anticipate this because yeah, this this is from me actually basically. So
Yes.
the focus is basically on the pre-service English teachers professional development. But then if you
Yes.
consider your title here, it's blurry. Why? Because it focuses on the first pre-service English teachers image of ELT teachers initiatives that can assist the PSET develop the professionalism. So teacher, in my opinion here, the pre-service English teacher develop the professionalism is just the, what is it, the additional things. And it more focus on the teacher's initiative, which who are their supervisor in the school. What is your comment related to this? Or also, this title is from me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, so it's my error then. Now I clarify based on your
Okay.
understanding because you will be the researcher.
Okay, sir. Yeah. Okay.
Comment?
No, sir.
So what is the focus?
The focus is pre-service English teachers. How can they develop the professionalism?
Okay. So later on, you may need to consider uh, the focus and put it somewhere here. uh, because it doesn't in line with what you have discussed
Okay,
on
sir.
the background. What
Okay,
I
sir.
want here is actually when I consider uh, this is the reflection of the in-service teachers. How can they become the role model for the professional English teacher? But then the focus that you make here is how the pre-service English teacher perceive the professionalism. No, how they can how can they show the professionalism in teaching? So it's kind of different with the original uh, original topic that I offer the first time. And
Okay, sir.
then why this is interesting that you need to consider next on is related to how do they perceive the professionalism merely based only looking from the background that you have made. We don't consider the title anymore. Later, in the chapter 1, you need to consider that the professionalism is not only the responsibility of the in-service teachers, the in-service English teacher. Why? Because pre-service English teacher is the prospective teacher. So they should be able to perform professionalism. Meanwhile, professionalism for the pre-service English teacher is not as wide as the in-service teacher. So what you need to do is to focus. Professionalism covers many things. So it can be about the pedagogical competence, the ability to teach, the ability to evaluate, and then the ability to deliver the material. Before I go further, what is the professionalism that you should hear as the focus of your study? What aspect of professionalism?
Thank you to the Honorable Examiner and Supervisor. Right?
Have we done?
No, sir.
Okay, I'm waiting for the answer.
Okay, sir. Aspect of professionalism.
You haven't mentioned related to that? You haven't decided the focus of the professionalism that you want to assess?
First is professional develop through reflective engagement, collaboration.
Nifaila, I don't think that your internet connection is
Reflective
stable.
practice and collaboration, knowledge building among educators.
Can you repeat one more time? I don't think your internet connection is stable.
Okay, sir.
Or my internet connection is not stable.
Professional develop through reflective engagement, collaboration, and participation in professional learning communities as evidenced by finding that active involvement in teacher learning communities engage professional competence, reflective practice, and collaborative knowledge building among educators.
Okay, so the aspect is on the collaboration.
Yes, sir. And teacher learning communities engage professional competence, reflective practice, and collaborative.
Okay, reflective practice, and then the teaching implementation. So professionalism are a very wide, but it's quite complex term. So later on, you may need to think again because, as I mentioned earlier, that professionalism in the pre-service English teacher may not be as wide as the in-service teachers. So, for example, you focus only on the pedagogical competence. The second one, you may also relate. You may also consider about the identity, identity and ethics. Or you may also consider related only because we talk about the language teachers. It's about the competence, language competence. The competence in a specific field is one of the, what is it? One of the prerequisite when you are classified as the professional teachers. So, but if you want to cover everything, that will be okay.
Okay, sir.
So, next is related to, can you open the chapter 3?
This one's-
Oh, sorry. Before we go further, I need to go back to the gap, research gap.
Research gaps. This one, sir.
Okay. Okay. If you're focusing on the professionalism later on and have no something to do with the initiatives, so the gap number 3 is not relevant.
Okay, sir.
Most research emphasizes in-service teacher rather than pre-service teacher. So what? What is the argument between this? Most research emphasizes in-service teacher rather than pre-service teacher. Okay, you need to consider that one if you haven't been able to answer. The next is related to chapter 3. Okay, this one is the descriptive qualitative design. And then you will rationalist focuses on participants' perception and experiences, right? So
Yes.
is that it has no something to do with the teacher's initiative then. In-depth exploration of professional identity construction. And then now this one makes me somehow confused. With slide 12 and then 13, we have site participant, and then number 13 is teaching practicum or internship context. So how many students will you assess for the interview?
10, sir.
10.
Yes.
In what semester?
In final year students.
Okay, final year student.
Yes.
Will they have practicum setting? Final year is semester 7.
Yes, sir.
Okay, batch. Maybe we can choose batch 2022, right? Or your batch. Which one? Which batch?
Final year students were selected because they have complete micro teaching and teaching practicum courses. This experience provide them with sufficient theoretical knowledge and practical exposure, enabling them to reflect meaningfully on professionalism in ELT.
Okay, so how would you implement classroom observation? Slide 13. Teaching practicum or internship context. I don't know why you put this one. This one is quite confusing for me. We have teaching practicum here or internship context. So I consider you will have two different population. The first one is the final student. The second one is the student who is undergoing the internship context.
Just participate in teaching practicum or internship program, sir.
I don't get it. So who is your participant?
Participant will be final year students who have complete micro
So the final student who have completed micro teaching and teaching practicum.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is, please open here, slide 13. Teaching practicum and internship context. Please clarify that one. Now, after this,
This one, sir.
yeah, what is this?
The practicum setting describe where the practicum take place, sir. The student teachers are placed in partner junior and senior high school affiliate with UIB in Batam and surrounding areas. And then the relevance teaching practicum provide real classroom experience that help develop professionalism, ethical awareness, and reflective teaching practice.
So what is
Sorry, sir.
What is the objective? So you put this slide in the part of site and participant.
The objective is to prepare student teachers to become competent and professional educators through direct teaching experience.
Okay, so later please consider it with Miss Lel.
Okay,
The next
sir.
one, data collection. So in my understanding, what you are going to do is to us the one who have been dealing with the teaching practice, and they need to remember what they did when they were in the school, right?
Yes,
Not
sir.
the one who is undergoing the process. Proses ngajarnya udah selesai kan? Jadi mereka tinggal tinggal cerita atau proses ngajarnya sedang berjalan?
Dengan bercerita, Sir.
Oke. Dengan bercerita.
Iya, Sir.
Proses ngajarnya kapan terjadi? Teaching
Untuk ngajar
praktikum kapan? Teaching praktikumnya kapan?
teaching praktikumnya waktu mereka di saat micro teaching, Sir.
Sorry to disrupt. Well, I think we need to clarify in that one, Nipaila. Okay, so in collecting the data later on, it's supposed to be at the end of the teaching internship for the 2023 batch. So after they join micro teaching class, and after that they're already done with their teaching practice, and then that's the time for Nipaila lecturer to collect the data. And maybe we got some misunderstanding in page in the chapter 3, I think, about teaching practicum. Oh yeah, we don't need to add that one for sure. Yes. Yeah. So there will be no supposed to be no classroom observation like Nipaila.
Yes, Miss.
You just need to clarify that to para dito.
Okay, Miss.
Okay. So the setting is only in the laboratory. They're not going to school.
No, sir.
No.
No.
So how can you assess professionalism when they are not dealing with students? Well, basically it depends on the focus. Whether you focus on the pedagogical competence, on the perceived identity and ethics as teachers, professional teachers, or language competence. Once you determine the focus, maybe what you have written here can make sense. So please, I just consider why, because here yeah, here we don't have the focus. It's just talking about the professionalism in general, which is not false, but we need to clarify to determine whether the proposal can be done.
Okay, sir.
And then related to this one, you will have reflective journal. Okay, how will you assess the reflective journal? Will you give them certain formats to make sure that you can assess them equally, or it is a free form? If it is a free form, then how can you really understand or comprehend the experience while they are performing professionalism?
Sorry, sir. Can you repeat?
Okay, you have here a reflective journal, learning
Yep.
logs, right? What kind of format that you want to set? If it is a formatted one, how can you evaluate it later on? But if it is in the form of free, free form, meaning that they are free to write anything in their journals, how will you assess your participants equally? Equally means that all of the standard, all of the aspect that you want to assess is there.
Assess reflection and the development of professionalism, sir.
Sorry?
Assess reflection and the development of professionalism.
Okay. Will you give them prompt?
Yes, sir. For the reflection.
Okay. Have you made it? The prompt?
The prompt is not yet, sir.
Okay. The next. I need to clarify this later, whether it is in your chapter 1 or the rationale of choosing the research participants. You need to really able, you need to really classify why the student with the micro teaching one can be assessed.
Yes, sir.
Why only in the teaching practicum then they can, well, it's actually the first time they are experiencing teaching setting. Although the teaching setting is not real, but yeah, this one is the, what is it? Oh, the setting is teaching setting, teaching and learning setting, but it's not real. So why you choose this teaching practicum, not the internship program? Well, I think internship is relevant. Internship is more contextual and it's the natural setting somehow. Or even when you in the teaching practicum is also the natural setting, but I don't think that it can really assess your professionalism. Why? Because you are dealing with your friend and your lecturer. You're not dealing with the real student.
Okay, sir.
Contohnya gini, kamu les renang nih sama saya, tapi ujiannya adalah tunjukin gaya renang di depan saya. Although the movement is correct, I don't think that you can survive on the water.
Yes, sir.
The next is what will you do to make sure your data is valid from the process of data gathering technique? From the process of data gathering, sorry. Valid since the process of data gathering.
Sorry, sir. Maybe it lack.
Okay, how can you make sure that your data is valid starting from data collecting process?
The data is ensured through the data triangulation, member checking, peer debriefing, and reflective journaling, sir.
Okay, so who will make the reflective journal? You will make the reflective journal, or your participant will make the reflective journal?
The participants, sir.
What is it for?
To share their
Why can
experience.
how can the reflective journal represent the trustworthiness or validity?
To share their experience in depth while still addressing the research objectives, sir.
Okay, so how data triangulation and reflective journal different? Or it is the part of data triangulation. Member checking is also part of data triangulation. Peer debriefing is also part of data triangulation. Reflective journaling is also part of data triangulation.
Reflective journals complement the interview by capturing participant ongoing reflection, and they support data triangulation, sir.
Okay, so later on you will have a lot of data. Will you use all of the data that you collect?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how if the data is not necessary for you?
The data come from directly from participants, sir. And then the researchers use open-ended prompts, not leading questions. And then the triangulation helps prevent dissertation when journals and interviews show similar themes. It reduces the risk that the data are selective or unnecessary, sir.
So how will you reduce the data? We have data reduction process. So please input this since you have qualitative study. How will you reduce the data, especially the one who which not necessary?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, that is all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hilarius Raditya Prambadaputra, for the valuable feedback and suggestion. Next, may we kindly ask Mr. Badrazaki whether there is any additional feedback or suggestion for the student. Okay, thank you, Nadira. Nay,
Yes,
dari
Miss.
pertanyaan Pak Radit tadi, apa yang kamu pahami? Apa yang harus direvisi, apa yang harus dipahami?
First, first is about the title, Miss.
Ya.
And then what aspect of the professionalism and the gap. And then the data collection, Miss.
Data collection. Tadi reflective journal tadi, ada tidak promnya kamu bikin? Di proposalnya ada tidak? Reflective journalnya, tadi kan Pak Ade bilang, ini kan ada reflective journal kan, atau learning logs. Ada promnya tidak, kata Pak Adit. Jawabannya adalah, di proposal kamu ada apa enggak?
Oh, di proposal nggak ada, Miss.
Ada di proposal. Lihat di appendix kamu.
Oke, Miss. Oh, iya ada, Miss.
Maksud Miss adalah, apakah kamu menguasai proposalnya? Itu pertanyaan Miss, oke? So,
Oke, Miss.
sama ketika kita bimbingan, yang pertama misalnya adalah, paham tidak kalimat ini, Nay? Paham tidak kalimat ini? So, reading is the most important thing, okay? When we want to do research, so if we don't have any basic foundation about what we are going to do, and then what is the subject for our research, ini nggak akan kemana gitu, nggak akan kemana-mana. Jadi nulisnya akan susah gitu. Makanya Pak Ade tadi nanya banyak ini apa gitu. Walaupun udah ada yang tertulis. Okay, so if you don't understand at all, so the choice maybe, ini kan judulnya Pak Ade nih, ya udah nggak usah judul ini gitu. Pasti Pak Ade kan bilang kayak gitu, ya kan, Sir? So you can change the topic. If you don't understand about this one, you can change the topic into the easiest way, the easiest one that you can understand more. That's so possible. Okay? So I have ever asked you about this one, okay? Pas kita bimbingan misalnya kan ya, yakin judul
Yes.
ini, kalau yakin baca yang ini 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, misalnya gitu ya. But if you don't confidence to bring this topic as your research, so you can propose another idea, or you can do brainstorm with me, Miss Nay mau ganti topiknya ke yang lain yang lebih mudah dipahami gitu aja. if you think that it's so difficult to understand, okay, because when Paradit asks you what is professional development, it has answer based on your reading that we have both discussed. It has the answer on it. Oke, tapi kalau itu saja sekarang misalnya ketika seminar proposal naik belum bisa menjawab, nah kedepannya bagaimana gitu? Karena kan itu yang mau kita teliti gitu dulu. Jadi paham tidak? So, misalkan naik lagi dengan pertanyaan pertama ketika kita bimbingan, paham tidak dengan topik ini? If you think that you are not yet familiar with this topic after several readings, for sure yes, Paradit. She can propose another title, right? Why not? It's not compulsory for you to take or like to follow this this topic.
Well, actually, this one is actually related to professionalism is very easy, in my opinion. Basically, it's just the perception, how we value ourselves, how we see ourselves as the future educator. But the plan is based on the professionalism. So how we see ourselves, whether we are professional or not. So what you need to do is to find the definition of professionalism and then test your participant whether they meet this or not. That's all. Why this research is actually very easy to do.
Okay. Yep, correct. Because I have shared some of the article that she need to read, and then it define actually what is professionalism. Pre-service English teacher and in service English teacher it has difference. Ada kan kemarin naik artikelnya bedanya professional developmentnya in service sama pre-service apa bedanya? If the point of view going to be based on pedagogical knowledge maybe and then content knowledge and whatsoever, but another point of view it can be depends on the professional development activity. There are two point of view that we can, what is it? The point of view of this is it can be done in that way. Okay? Jadi karena ini kualitatif terserah dia, terserah sebenarnya kamu mau ngambil dari mana. Tadi maunya kan tadi apa pedagogical knowledge kah dia, pedagogical competence-nya, language competence-nya. Tapi yang naik baca kemarin itu lebih kemana? Activity-nya kan ya ditanya. Kita coba tanya, ada kan yang naik? Activity-nya 1, 2, 3, 4, dan lain sebagainya. Untuk mensupport apa? Untuk mensupport ini content knowledge-nya, ini pedagogical knowledge-nya. Maunya kan ke sana. So, actually, it sudah ada di reading Anda. Oke, itu maksud Miss. Jadi ketika memang akan ngambil topik ini, tolong paham. Oke, tolong paham dan bisa menjelaskan. Oke? Oke, Ana ya. Okay, so thank you so much because the topic actually belong to Paradit, so that's why I asked Paradit to do review because actually it's his idea in about this research, okay? Jadi kalau misalnya mau ngikutin topiknya Paradit kemarin, berarti memang harus paham. Tapi kalau misalnya you mau ajukan, you punya judul yang lain atau misalnya you mau minta judul sama misal yang lain, of course kita bisa diskusi lagi nanti ya, Pak.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe that's the only comment from my side, Nadira, and thank you so much, Paradit, for the review.
Thank you to the Honorable Examiner and Supervisor for the valuable feedback and insights given during this session. Finally, we have reached the end of today's proposal seminar. Congratulations to Nifaila Najwa Inaya on successfully delivering her presentation. We hope this serves as a solid foundation to her thesis writing journey ahead. We would also like to extend our gratitude to everyone who has participated in this event. We apologize for any shortcomings during the proceedings. Before we conclude, please don't forget to fill in the attendance form provided. Now we will take a virtual group photo. I invite everyone to please turn on your camera. Okay. Okay, all right, ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, Thank you, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and have a great afternoon.
Thank you. Congratulations. Bye.
Thank you, Miss.